Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Halftime with Bizzy. Today we are bringing Quzga on the podcast, and he is someone we've been chatting with for quite some time. And we managed to finally link up, and we got it done, and it was a really good time. He's been responsible for getting 4 skins shipped into Counter-Strike, which we talk about today. He makes stickers all the time, charms. He works with Jim Wood, who we've also had on the podcast. He's got his hands in a lot of different places. He does a lot of quality work, and we had him on today to talk about that, and it was super duper good. Really good conversation. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. We're going to jump right into things and get into today's episode. Show my boys some love in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We are slowly approaching 500 subscribers. I would love to hit that sometime soon. But yeah, we will catch you guys on the outro. You guys enjoyed today's episode of the podcast, and that'll be all for now. Catch you guys on the outro. So, tell me how you stumbled across Counter-Strike. Did a friend kind of like introduce you to the game? Like, what's the story behind that for you?
Like, the first time I think I ever heard of Counter-Strike, I was like 7 or 8, because my mom was dating this guy who was like a big gamer, like PC gamer. And he played World of Warcraft and 1.6. And I think I remember like seeing him play it a bit. And I mean, I had like a PlayStation 1, but I mostly played like, like Lego games, and, like
Oh,
simple
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, like Lego Rock Raiders, that was really good. Beyblades, yeah. But yeah, I remember watching him play it. I was like super interested, and I think he let me play it on his PC a few times against bots, and like he noticed I was really into it, and I would like play here and there. I mean, I don't remember if I was any good, but probably not. But he bought me a PC, I think, when I turned 9.
Damn,
So it must
okay.
have been so it must have been like around 2005. And I remember like coming home and like the PC was set up and like a Steam account, and I had like the orange box package, Day of Defeat, Team Fortress, Counter Strike, like, all of it. I
Damn,
was like
okay.
amazed. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was my first Steam account, I think like 2005. And he had like a clan he used to play with, but not like a serious clan. It was called like GOG, Grumpy Old Gamers, because everyone was like 40 plus playing in their spare time.
Yeah, I remember
So I would
hearing
like,
about that.
yeah, I would play with them like a few times, like here and there. And but I mean, they were really chill. I remember like I was like the only one when I was like clutching, me being confused as hell, like walking around. Like I remember that snowy map with the airplane Survivor, just walking around trying to find where to go. And everyone like, I think everyone back then used like Ventrilo, like before TeamSpeak. Like had
Okay.
like me as like 8, 9 years old, like all these 45-year-olds just like trying to cheer me on. Like, and I remember like having a clutch or two here and there, like against real players, and I felt amazing.
Damn, okay.
But yeah, so I mean, I kept playing like 1.6 on and off then until I was like 13 maybe. But then I think I got more into like Halo and COD for a while until CSGO came out. Like I never got into Source, like
Okay,
at
yeah.
all.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people
But
didn't
what,
really like it too
yeah,
much for some reason. Like, it was
to
much
me it felt
different.
really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people said, yeah.
But I mean, here in Sweden, like everyone kept playing 1.6 until like CS:GO came out, pretty much. Like it was super popular.
Oh, so like a lot of
I
people
don't.
just skipped Source entirely, just
Yeah, I mean, I remember like I think way into like 2011, like a lot of people were playing 1.6, but I'd say around CS:GO, like before it came out or beta, like people were like getting bored with Counter Strike. I feel like, and getting more into like COD and stuff. Like that was really big then. But I
yeah.
mean, I feel like CS:GO kind of reignited the whole thing,
Oh, big time, big time.
Yeah.
And it was just, I don't know, like I can't really speak too much on like 1.6 and Source and
Yeah.
stuff like that because like I started playing CS:GO in 2015, but when
Oh
I
yeah.
started playing that, it just blew my whole world up. I was like, I can't even believe this game is insane. And as soon as I
Yeah.
started playing it, I just couldn't stop. And I mean, it's the same thing today.
Yeah, it is
So
really addictive. Like the gameplay loop is like nothing's like it, to be
no,
honest.
exactly. Yeah. Like there's no other game that grabs me. Like if I were to,
Yeah.
I'm just saying the name of it. I like the game at all, but Call of Duty, if I were to go play that, I'd probably play it for a couple hours, a couple days a week. And then I'd be like, all right, back to Counter-Strike. I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah.
Counter-Strike's
I would
just,
like
what were
yeah.
you going to say? No, you continue. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say like I feel like I would kind of quit Counter Strike, not like quit, but like I would stop playing it for like a year and play other games, but somehow like always end up back playing Counter Strike
Yeah.
like over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time. Every time.
yeah. But I do remember like when I heard of CS:GO beta the first time, it must have been like 2011 when the beta was, and I remember trying it and I was like, damn, this is awful. Counter Strike is dead.
Yeah.
Because that was like before Valve took over, like it was like Hidden Path. So, and I remember that like they were like trying to release it on console as well. So
Oh
it felt
yeah.
super weird. Like it felt nothing like CS:GO. I was like, damn, I guess Counter Strike is dead. And then I think I came back when it was released fully, and I was like, wow, it's actually really good now. Wow. And then I just got locked in.
This episode of Halftime with K Bizzy is brought to you in part by Pricempire.com. Pricempire.com is absolutely loaded with essential tools for any skin enthusiast. Whether it be their blog, their price comparison app, the trending deals, or your personal inventory tracker, I mean, Price Empire really has it all. Pricempire.com is trusted by more than 1 million users on Trustpilot to ensure everybody that it is a fair and legit website. Pricempire.com is linked in the description. Go step your skins game up today.
So they really saved it big time, I think.
Oh, for sure. And them doing,
Yeah.
say what you want about the state of Counter-Strike 2, but them releasing Counter-Strike 2 just kind of secures, for argument's sake, another 10 years of, longevity with just one product. So they got it figured out, man. They got it figured out.
Yeah, they're honestly really clever.
Oh, for sure. There's no denying that. They're really annoying too. Like, give us some updates once in a while, but
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're like putting down snacks, like luring you in.
yeah. So what's the story with your artistic background? Did you kind of grow up doing art as well, like painting or drawing or something?
Well, like honestly, I was like never into painting or anything like that. I was into like building Legos and like building stuff, like model airplanes, and
Okay.
so like nothing at all was even close. But I think it was like basically computers that got me into it. Like Habbo Hotel, if you ever heard of it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
really weird.
Habbo.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think I think I played that when I was like 8 or 9, and they used to have like these pixel art contests basically where you could win like furniture and things, because I mean it cost real money and I couldn't buy anything.
Yeah.
So like I remember like no tutorial, anything. I just loaded up Paint, and I just like would just put in like a photo, basically like a screen cap from the game, and I was like paint over it like 1 pixel a pixel. I was like,
Wow.
this is fun. And I sent it in. I think I won like 3 contests, and I was like, whoa. But I mean, I think the competition was all like other 8-year-olds, you know.
Yeah, for sure. That age group.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
the people playing that were, like, I think I was like fucking 7 or some shit. I can
Yeah,
think
that
a lot
and,
of.
that and Club Penguin. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So you've always been more like the 3D art kind of style.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
after, but even after that, like I think I started using Photoshop when I was like 12, because I used to play Call of Duty, and I got like really swept up in like the whole. I mean, it feels kind of cringe now, but you know the whole like quick scoping, the optic nation, the
Oh,
face,
hell
all that
yeah. That was
back
so
then.
big.
Yeah, I was like obsessed with the idea of like, oh, I'm gonna make a montage, I'm gonna create a clan, like all this. So I was like 12. So I think I started doing like I had like I think every kid had like their own clans. Like people had like
Oh,
XX
yeah.
Dragon Slayer, like all this stuff.
Underscore,
Yeah.
underscore.
So I think at first I started making like wallpapers in Photoshop, just like random wallpapers. I would watch like YouTube tutorials
Okay.
and started doing like 3D intros, because I also like all these face and optic guys had like such cool intros. Like they blew me away. But I mean,
Oh,
if you look
yeah.
at them now, I mean, it's like just text spinning in 3D. But back then it was really cool. So I think that's what really got me into it. But I never thought I would ever like make a dime from it or like could do it. Like not whatsoever. It was just like a thing I did in my spare time
Like a
until
hobby.
workshop, pretty much. Yeah, just for fun. I think I remember like, we had art class in school. Like I remember even saying to my teacher, I was like, because I hated it, and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna make money doing art. This is such a waste of time.
Wow.
Never.
And here we are today.
Yeah, that like no belief. But I mean, yeah, I guess I was just viewing like classical art, like drawing and painting.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's almost unlimited things that you could do with art on a computer. Like art in general,
Yeah,
but like
there's so much.
specifically computers, like you can do like anything. Look at look at the Twitter community when you see renders on there all the time. Guys like Sumo
Exactly. Yeah.
and Two
Yeah.
Tone
Sumo
and
is so
oh my
good. Yeah.
god, they're so talented and like they can literally do anything you want. It's actually crazy.
Yeah. So like a lot of different niches. It's really good.
Counter Strike, you got back into CS:GO, and after the beta was, you didn't really play too much after the beta, and then you came back to it. When you came back, did you see like was the community workshop like for skins and stuff available at that point?
No, I think um I forgot when the first skins ever came out, like before the workshop. But I remember like instantly because I mean playing like Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4, I already liked the idea of skins and camos, like unlocking stuff and having like special visuals on your guns. But I think for CS:GO, it was like, wait, I can actually like trade this and like sell it.
Yeah.
It was like really mind blowing because I mean the only game I remember having something like that was like I think maybe Diablo had it, not sure. But yeah, that really blew me away. So I was like instantly interested in skins. But I mean, I never thought it would like be such a big thing. I should thought it'd just be like a small side thing in the game. But I think workshop was added like because the first ever community case came out December 2013, like Winter Offensive. So I think after that, I was like, wait, you can make your own skins? Like I had no clue. I thought it was all Valve's. So I saw that maybe in like March 2014. I was like, wait, you can make your own skins and like they actually add them. So I was like, maybe I should like learn this. I had never made any textures or like nothing like it ever. I mean, I
Hmm.
knew like some 3D stuff and I knew Photoshop. So I was like, I guess I'll just download the guns and just like I wasn't even not even a 3D model, just sitting on 2D
Oh,
like a
really?
jigsaw. Yeah, I was like sitting on a jigsaw puzzle trying to figure out like, oh wait, which
Oh,
part is the grip? Which part is this? I think a lot of people were doing it in the beginning. Like it was so time consuming. Just you spend all this time trying to figure out like, wait, this is the grip, this is the trigger. So I think the first skin I ever posted must have been like March or April 2014, and it was just like a really bad P90, like 6 jigsaw type thing. I don't even remember. It was like purple and orange. It was horrible. I deleted my first 2 skins, I think. But after that, I was thinking because like Winter Offensive, like Asimov, right? And like a lot of the skins were like really flashy, and like everyone on the works were just only posting sci-fi back then. Like it was before all the anime and all this. It was like only sci-fi.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
was like, wait, I want to make something that's like exists in real life, something realistic. So I was like, what's like fancy but realistic that I would like? I was like, damn, Ivory is pretty nice. So I think the first one I made like AK Ivory, which was like weirdly popular back then. I was like, really surprised because I feel like I had no idea what I was doing. And I remember I was like 17. I wrote like this big description. It's like, oh, I'm so tired of all this sci-fi, like, and like all these people are like agreeing with me. Yeah, we need like more realistic skins. And then I was like, yeah, maybe I should make another one. So I think in May I was like, okay, I guess I'll try another one. I just randomly picked P2000, right, and
Hmm.
uploaded it. And I was like, I was so clueless that I even posted it as a USP. Like, if you go now and accepted skins, it says on P2000 Ivory weapon USP. They never changed
Oh
it, so
shit.
it's listed
Okay,
as USP. Yeah.
that's interesting,
So
actually.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if they've done that mistake. I mean, it's my mistake, but I only realized that like years later that it's listed as USP. So I guess technically I have a USP accepted. Only looks like a P2000.
Now you
But
gotta send them an
yeah,
angry
so
email and be like, "Yeah, you guys never
yeah,
accepted my USP. Check,
yeah,
please."
exactly. Yeah, swap it out because no one uses P2000. This is rare.
I wanted to ask real quick before we get too off topic and I forget. Um, like at the time that you were, when skins first started coming out and like you could, like you realize, oh, I can make my own skins and stuff. Like that was a completely fresh, completely untapped market. So you can't just
Oh
like
yeah,
right now. I'm sure I haven't ever done it, but I'm sure you could look up on YouTube how to make Counter Strike 2 skins, and there'd be guides on how to do it. Like you couldn't do
oh
that back
yeah,
then, you know. So
yeah.
like
That was the hard part for sure.
you couldn't really ask around. Like now you can, if
Yep.
I ever wanted to come and make skins or make a map or something, I'd be like, oh, hey, can you tell me how to make skins or show me? Or, oh, Jim Wood, can you show me how to start making maps and
Yeah,
stuff? You could
exactly.
start asking a million people, but back then you didn't have that. So how did you, I know you said you were looking at all of the stuff 2D and, when you would lay it out in,
Like,
the
like
editing software, but like,
yeah,
how did you tackle that? Like that must have
like
been wild.
I mean, Valve pretty much had their own guide, but I mean, it was really confusing. I don't think I understood much like at all. It was like really confusing, and especially if you don't know anything about like texturing or like 3D art. So I think I got Reddit, and I don't think I took any of it in. I was like, I guess I'm just gonna try this. I think it was just trial and error, just like
Okay.
try this out, upload it. I mean, open it in the workbench and see like, does it work? I guess it works. So I guess I'll upload this. I think a lot of people were doing it that way back then. Uh, like I don't think anyone had like any clues like, oh, I should pick this gun, I should do that, I should do this tier. People just like made whatever they could think of.
Mm-hmm. And back then, was it like obviously right now is the most competitive
Yeah.
atmosphere you have for when it comes to creating skins and stuff like that? Was it really that competitive back then too? Like, was people more focused on playing the game, or were people like, "Holy shit, like let's get our
Mm,
skins in the game," you know?
I guess it was very competitive in one way. If you mean like at like 2014 ish,
Yeah, yeah, like
like
back in that era.
yeah, I guess it wasn't competitive in the sense there's a lot of people doing it, but it was competitive in the sense there was like the same 4 or 5 people doing a lot and constantly getting accepted, like taking all the spots. Like it wasn't uncommon for like same people to have like two in every case, you know?
Oh wow,
So I
okay.
think, yeah, I mean, it was hard to compete with those type of guys. I mean, it took me like after I posted my Ivory in May and then Breakout shipped like July 4th, I think. And I was like super shocked to see it end up in game. Like, I did not expect that like whatsoever. Like I don't think I could like when I heard that, I don't think I could sleep for like a whole day. I was like full adrenaline.
Oh, I could only imagine. Like that
Yeah,
is
I
such a
mean,
huge opportunity.
yeah, I mean, it was only like yeah, like I posted like end of May and it came out in July. It was like my third skin as well, so I never would have expected it. And
Wow.
I remember like another big creator, like I mean, it's kind of controversial now, but I think it was the guy who made Howl. You know, it was
Oh
big.
yeah, yeah.
But I remember like after the update came out, like he messaged me and he was like, "Oh, congrats," because it's like, I mean, I guess this was like the second community case, like third maybe. I think Phoenix came before as like Winter Phoenix Breakout, I think.
That sounds about
So it's
right.
not like the yeah, it's not like there's a lot of people with experience with what it's like getting accepted. So like he messaged me. It was like really nice to be honest. He was like explaining stuff to me. He's like, oh, you're gonna make money. You probably expect this much. And I was like, haha, just thinking he's joking because I didn't even know he would make any money, like whatsoever. Like I had no
Yeah.
clue. So when he told me that, I was like, oh wait, you're serious? I was like 17. I'm like, wait, what do I do now? So I was like, I think I told my mom or like my family, and they basically believed I was in a scam. They just thought I was
Oh,
getting
for
scammed or
sure.
something.
For
Yeah, they did
sure.
not like believe it at all.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
so
think the
sure
first,
these people are gonna pay
yeah,
you for making something. It's probably the first thing they're thinking.
exactly. Yeah. Then I think the first paycheck came, and then I showed them, and they were like, "Wait, it's actually real." And then it was like, "Oh, that's really nice, but you're probably not gonna get like any more. It's probably it." And then it just kept coming,
The one
coming.
and done, and then boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah, and I mean, I think when I got accepted, average plays was like what 150K, and he grew a lot after Breakout because that's when they introduced like Dragon Lore and all that.
Oh
And
yeah.
that I remember like 2014 to 2015 was like when the game blew up. Like everyone was like playing Counter Strike, opening cases, buying
Oh yeah.
skins. Like it was really blew up around there. So I guess it was a really lucky timing to get in
Oh, for
around there.
sure. Yeah. And I mean, you were
Yeah,
in it right from the beginning too, so you have literally seen everything develop. Like everybody else has seen things develop, but you were in the mix, you know? Like it's different. Like that must be so cool. It must be so cool.
yeah. It's pretty crazy to see it. Like, I mean, ups and downs. Like this, I mean, there's been all those times I remember like PUBG came out, people like, oh, Counter Strike is gonna die.
Oh,
PUBG is gonna
100%.
take over.
Yeah.
Overwatch is gonna take over. Counter Strike is gonna die. And then like every game somehow managed to mess it up and they like low key kill themselves. And then Counter Strike comes back stronger somehow.
Yeah. Yep.
Like every time, yeah. So like I've always had faith in Valve, like 100%. Like even though like people like, I mean, they can be slow and mysterious, I guess, like how you could summarize Valve. But I think in the end, like they think long term always. So I feel
Oh, for
like
sure.
they always have a plan. Yeah.
But yeah, one thing that I think people need to understand one thing about Valve, and I don't think that everybody knows this. I don't know if they still have this person on their team, but there was an interview or a video of some sort that I watched a few months ago, and it was posted years ago, so I don't know if it's still the same way. in Valve headquarters, but they actually have like a psychologist, I think, that works with them. So
yeah,
that makes me think for like a time like now where we haven't gotten an update. You know, it's May 3rd at the time of recording this. We haven't gotten a content update. Yeah, I'm not calling the Armory Pass shit. I'm not calling
yeah,
that
yeah,
content. A lot of people want to, not me. We haven't got an actual piece of content since November, which was when we got Train. And
yeah,
at this point, we know that every time Valve puts out something big, for instance, with the newest Armory Pass being the most recent one, they fucked up the Fever Case drops. You know, just stuff like this.
yeah. With the knives, yeah,
Yeah. So every time they put out something that's a big update, quote unquote big update, then they
yeah,
immediately the next day, every single time they have to go and fix it. So that makes me
yeah,
think that their mental coach, psychologist is,
yeah.
like, I don't know. I feel if they still have one, they're working really, really carefully because they know that everything they do has such an impact on their game and the players, and most importantly, the market that makes them shitloads of money. So
Exactly.
I don't know. I think it's just gotten to this point where it's just like, I don't even think they probably ever expected things to get this big. And now they're like, holy shit, if we are
Yeah,
not super
exactly.
careful, like we're going to screw something up and we're going to lose lots of money.
It's like if they would be in charge of the whole world stock market and they just
Yeah.
put out a patch to change some stuff. You're like, oh well,
It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. And like to think back in, I can speak from when I started playing in 2015, but you can speak for even more of that because you've been involved since
yeah,
2014. You know, nobody expected us to get what we have today or to, I never thought
not at all.
we'd be talking about Counter-Strike. Oh yeah, that game was so fun. But no, it's still here and it's thriving.
Yeah,
Somehow it's thriving, but it's crazy. And I don't know how they do it, man. I mean, it's us
yeah.
that does it,
They always
but
they always come up with something. But do you remember like I think there was a presentation about the idea of skins. If you ever seen
yes.
it on YouTube, it's
Yes.
really good. Yeah, Bronze Star. Not sure if she works there anymore, but she was like going into depth how they came up with skins, and that really blew me away. Like they really put this much thought into everything, and
Oh yeah.
like the whole concept of cases. I mean, some people hate it, some people love it, but I mean, it is very smart how they went about it. Like saying they don't want uniform skins. Like they came to the conclusion that weapon skins is the best thing because it doesn't really impact gameplay. I mean, then they did uniform skins anyway years later.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's very interesting. Like there's definitely like a lot of psychology behind it, how they make decisions.
Yeah, 100. Then there's no doubting that at all.
Yeah,
So you had the P2000 Ivory that we talked about already. Then next
yeah.
on the list we have, you released the Mac10 Echoing Sands. You've had the M249 Submerged, and most recently the Zeus Charged Up, which was featured in the new Train 2025 collection for the
Oh
second
yeah.
iteration of the Armory Pass. So you've had 4 skins, and I probably should be a little more prepared for this. I don't think you have
Yeah.
any stickers submitted, right? Like you never got any shipped, or did you?
No, so
I know
I
you
mean,
work on them.
yeah, and lately I'm like putting a lot of focus in charms and stickers because for years I was like so locked into skins, right? I mean,
Hmm.
and especially nowadays when you get like what 2 cases a year, I mean, I feel like branching out and like there's not many workshops who make every type of item. Like it's quite rare. So I feel
Yes.
like just doing every single type of item just probably shows Valve. Also, it's more fun to be honest. Like you get kind of bored just doing one thing over and over.
Hmm.
But I had like after I got Ivory in, I mean I had like a huge dry stint. I mean it took me 9 years to get my other 2 accepts. But I mean I wasn't like really posting that much because to be honest, getting accepted, like especially at 17, really like it was really awesome. Like it really like was amazing, but it also caused a lot of stress, like bank accounts,
Oh
taxes,
yeah.
like all this like being thrown on me. So I think I was kind of like stressed out for like 3 4 years until like I
Oh, I could
felt
imagine.
normal again. Yeah. But
S-
yeah.
So when you have like all of these skins, I thought maybe you might have had one sticker, but maybe I'm just getting it confused because I see you working on stickers and charms all the time. But anyway,
Yeah.
still, you have 4 skins in the game, which is
Yep.
incredible, absolutely incredible. So, like, where do you find the inspiration to come up with some of them? Because some of them are really unique. Like,
Ooh.
the one that stands out to me the most is like the the submerged and the echoing sands. Like they're just really different. I don't know. It's like it gives
Oh
me
yeah,
big Anubis vibes. Like that kind of like color
it's kind of
scheme.
funny. Like yeah,
It's so
because
specific.
we
Like how do you come up with that?
yeah, I just gotta say like what they came out in 2023 Anubis, and we posted them in like 2018, right? So I mean these were like the last CS:GO skins to be added to the game before CS2, right?
Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah.
we never thought they would add them like 5 years later. That's crazy. But I think like every time I make a skin, I mean, even same with stickers and charms lately, but like especially skins, I think the most important part that I try to think of is like the first time someone sees it, like within 5 seconds, I feel like a theme or a vibe should be like instant. Like
Hmm.
it doesn't have to be like you don't have to understand like the exact detail, but you should be able to at least tell like, oh, this is like Japanese, this is like Egyptian, this is that.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like, oh, this is like, oh, this reminds me of an oil rig. This reminds me of that. So I like looking at things that have like very specific colors and styles in real life. Like an oil rig is a good example. Like when you think of an oil rig, you think of like yellow. You think of like welds, you think of bolts. Like you
Hmm.
make a skin that's yellow as welds, bolts has warning labels. You probably instantly go, oh, this is like an oil rig. Same with like a drill. Like I like looking at jobs and professions because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. Like there's so much to tap in from. Like you can do pretty much anything if you think that way. But
Oh,
also
for
I think
sure.
other games and movies and TV shows is really good. Like I mean, I wanted to make some sci-fi stuff for years because I love Alien and things like that. But I mean, I haven't really gotten into sci-fi skins too much, so I guess. But I do want to branch out to more type of styles. But I think doing things that exist in real life, it's kind of a challenge on its own. Because I mean, some things only work in one shape, so doing it in a weapon form doesn't always work. Like a driller is perfect. You have the
Yes.
suppressor, kind of looks like a drill, but like so many things doesn't work. So it's kind of fun in a way to figure out how do I turn this into a gun.
Yeah, and
But
I'm
yeah,
glad you brought up the driller too, because the
yeah.
driller to me is just like you look at that, it's like, dude, I need it. Like it's awesome.
I'm
You
glad to
can
hear
tell
it. That's definitely
immediately
one of
what
my
it is.
favorites. Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm shocked that, and I'm not downplaying the Zeus at all because I really like the Zeus too.
Yeah.
But how did they look past that USP? That thing is too damn nice.
Thank you.
The
Yeah. I
magazine
mean,
with the
I'm still really
battery,
hoping for one of them. Yeah.
man.
At least I do get the vibe that they like yellow a lot. At least lately, I feel like they're really looking for yellow stuff.
Yeah, and I like how they
Kind of
did that with.
underused color.
Yeah, for sure. And the collections, how they had like a blue, a yellow. You know what I mean? I hope they stick with
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
for a
Never
little
seen
bit.
them do that before. Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That's really interesting. Yeah, they seem like I've noticed lately that they seem really focused on colors in general. So I'm starting to think that they really hunt for colors when they pick stuff.
Yeah, for
Like they
sure.
look at like, oh, this like oh, USB doesn't have a white skin. Let's pick print stream. I really think they think like that a lot now. But I don't think they did back in the day because I don't know if you remember, but like at one point I think we had like 6 gray Glocks in a row, and people were
Oh,
like, "Damn, we only have gray Glocks."
yeah. No, I didn't really pick up on that. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, if you look at it, if you look at the Glocks and you go by like most recent added, there was a while where we just only had gray Glocks, like the Grinder, the Dragon Tattoo, the Wraith, like all these only gray, gray, gray.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
so
even
maybe
good.
they realized people don't actually want variety because I think back then I don't know if it was as much of a thing for people to do like crafts with like color and have like colored inventories and themed and stuff like that. So I mean, there wasn't enough skins probably to do it.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's
maybe they
true.
go for that now. There's some people only want white skin, some people only want yellow, purple.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Definitely
Yeah.
something they probably look at for sure. And with the Armory Pass being a relatively new feature in Counter Strike, did you ever expect your skin to get accepted into the second cycle of the Armory Pass, or were you just like, "What the hell? Are you serious?"
Ooh. I was like really shocked. I mean, I kind of did have this feeling that the Suze is gonna get accepted at some point. Like I felt pretty good about it because it did really well, and it was like we were one of the first to post the Zeus because like the second we saw that, oh, you can make a Zeus, we are like, damn, we gotta do it. Like gotta be early for a new gun, pretty much.
Hmm.
So, but being added in armor paths, especially being added in train collection, I would never guess in a million years. I mean, vertigo collection, I could see if they did a new vertigo, but train, I never expected at all. I think I was playing like a Marvel Rivals game at like midnight. I was talking to like a skin friend, and we were even talking about armor and stuff. Like, oh, I wonder when they're gonna add stuff to armor and all that. Like my literally 2 minutes later, my phone dings, and I get an email from like
Dude.
a CS developer,
No
and
way.
I look down and I look at it, and I see the name because I recognize it from the Anubis collection. I was like, wait a minute, like, and I read it, and I was like, it says like, oh, we want to buy your Zeus like
Oh
for an
my
upcoming
god.
collection. Like they don't say it's for armor or anything. They don't really tell you anything. But when they said upcoming collection, I was like, I mean, it has to be train because it's a new map and it's all I can think of, right? So I kind of assumed it was train, even though I wasn't sure. I mean, it could have been directly into armor as well. But yeah, I was like so shocked. I literally alt F4'd my game because I couldn't focus. I
Just
think
like,
I got a cooldown and everything. I was like,
I don't
I
even
can't
care about this
focus at
game
all.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't even care. Screw it. Screw Marvel. Yeah.
That's
But
wild.
nah. And I think because with Anubis, it took quite a while from I got email until it came out. And actually, the reason I knew it was train or was sure was because I assumed they wanted new train skins because the train is going to be played in major, right? So they want souvenir skins. And
Mhm.
I was thinking maybe they want a souvenir Zeus because we don't have one, right? So I guess they wanted like, oh, we want one souvenir Zeus. I could see
Yeah.
that. But I mean, theme wise, because when we made it, it was like all I could think of when like coming up with the theme and stuff was like a police taser. Like we even called it standard issue, like based on police tasers, but like a bit more modern with like solar cells and like LED and lamps. So train, I really was surprised. But then I ran through train and I looked through. I was like, does this really fit into train? And then I was like, well, they do have like, you know, electricity warnings, like, you know, high voltage, like watch out for the rails. So I mean, they call it charged up. So I guess they were going for that angle because it's a Zeus, you know. So
Yeah.
I guess it is themed around that. But yeah, I was really shocked. Like, definitely did not expect it at all. And it came out way sooner than I expected.
Yeah,
Like even
it
that, I
seems
was
like you have
surprised.
that.
Yeah.
You have that kind of luck where you put something out and, you put it out at the end of May and boom, early July, new
Yeah.
case, P2000 Ivory. Like that's and like I don't know, I'm not, we already
Yeah.
talked about this. I'm not asking about money and stuff, but like do they send you a check like very quickly or are they just like stringing you along?
Sorry. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't think I can say the context, but just you asking that question makes me laugh. I hope,
Because I'm
hopefully,
not trying to say
my
like,
la-
oh, how much money did
no,
you make? Because that
hopefully
doesn't.
my laugh answers something. But I mean, I think what I can say is like,
Whatever doesn't get you in
I mean,
trouble.
yeah, they basically just like, I mean, it's a flat payment because they buy the rights. Like when you get into a case or something, you get royalties because it's like the licensing fee for them using it, like renting it basically for a
Hmm.
case. But for collections, they just straight up buy the rights. So like, I don't know if anyone actually know this. It's kind of interesting to me because I never saw it happen before. Like my Mac10 Echoing Sands, or like our, 'cause I made it with multi and DC, but our Mac10, right? When we posted on the workshop, like you have seen in game how it has like a scarab touching like a sun on the back.
Hmm.
Like we didn't make that. Valve added that on their own.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So I was like, I was really surprised when it was in game and they added that. I was like, that's super cool.
What?
So it seems like when they buy the rights, they're more down to like edit them a bit.
That's
So
interesting.
and like the M249 submerged, for example, looked exactly like the Mac10. So they changed the color to give it like a watery vibe, I guess. So at
Wow.
first, when I got the email that they wanted both, I was like, wait, why would they want two of the same skin in one collection? Because I had no clue they would change it. But yeah, them adding the scarab and stuff, because we did call it scarab originally on the workshop. So I guess they got the idea from the name. But I thought one thing that was really cool that made me really happy was because I always write descriptions. Like Toxic always says how my descriptions is like almost too much because I always want to like write lore and like I like doing my own flavor texts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, because I think it's fun. But with that one, they actually used our text from the description in the flavor text. So I thought it was really cool. I was like, wow, they actually read the descriptions because I wasn't sure. So that's really cool. But yeah, them editing your skins is like, well, I don't know if they do, like with cases, I've seen them like desaturate stuff or darken it at most. I've never seen them add something to a skin before.
Yeah, no, that's wild. I never knew about that. I know they kind of changed the
Yeah,
name
I
of
don't think
them.
anyone really knows that. Yeah, yeah. So when they ended up in game, and I was like, opened the collection and then like inspected it. I was like, wait, there's a scarab. I was like, I felt like being ghastly. I was like, wait, did we have this? Because we posted it 5 years. I was like, I don't remember this. But no, that's really cool of them actually. I like that. Because I mean, technically they buy the rights, so I mean, it's their skin. They can do
Yeah, for
whatever they
sure.
want with it. Yeah.
And
But oh
my
yeah,
bad.
the money question. I don't know if I answered it, but yeah, since they buy the rights, you get a flat fee, so not royalties, but so usually you just get paid out later. But
And to have not only one but four of your items that you've created, you know, all get put into Counter Strike. Like, how has that impacted your life? Like, that has to be
ooh,
just incredible.
yeah, I mean, it's hard to answer in one way because like when I got the Ivory accepted, like I mean, honestly, like the money was crazy because before that, like I think I had one summer job when I was like 16, the summer before I got that accepted. I was working at like a retirement home, right? Like
Okay.
baking and stuff all day. And I think I made like $700 for like a whole month. I
Oh,
felt so scammed. Yeah, yeah, a whole month,
Jesus.
like $700. I spent all 700 on a PC because I had like a laptop with I had like a laptop with a fan pointed at it because it would overheat. I
Oh
was like,
my
damn, I want like a
God.
PC. So I bought that PC like I think end of 2013, and then I made Ivory in 2014, and then I got accepted. So I went from like yeah, pretty much making no money to like making quite good money. So it was, and also I was like on my, I was gonna start my last year of gymnasium here, but it's basically like vocational college. Like I was studying to be like a network engineer,
Okay.
and I hated it to be honest. I mean, I was decent at it, but it was really boring. Like sitting in a server room all day. So I was like, before I got accepted, I was like slowly regretting my choice. Like I already put in like 2 years into this, like and now am I gonna do this the rest of my life? So
Mm-hmm.
when I think I got accepted, I was like, damn, this is like Gaben is like reaching a hand down to save me. I
Yeah,
feel
no.
like I was like, damn. So I think the second I think when I got my first paycheck, I was like, well, maybe it is a one-time thing, like my family said. But then after like 3, 4 months, I was like, damn, maybe I can actually do this, like
Yeah.
get into this. So, but then, yeah, total life change. I mean, I think the first thing I did was I paid for like a whole trip for like my whole family
Oh, that's
to
amazing.
Florida, actually. Yeah, because I mean, it was nice to have like money for once. I mean, before that, I was getting like student payment. It was like $100 a month.
Oh,
So
fuck.
no, it was like huge. But I think other than money, because it's kind of nice to like, you know, I feel like a lot of people can relate to like it's really hard, especially when you are like what 16, 17, 18, and you have to pick like a college path or like pick a certain path in life.
Oh, it's brutal. It's
Like,
so brutal.
yeah, it really is brutal. Like for me, I was like, I think a lot of people have the issue where they're like, I don't know what to do at all. I had the opposite issue. I was like, so many things I wanted to do that I almost ended up picking the one thing I didn't want to do because it seemed like the safest. You know, like I was
Yeah.
considering doing like game art, but I was like, well, if I do game dev, like I'm never gonna get a good job from this. Like network engineering, like good pay, stable job. Everyone needs network engineers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like really regretting it, but then it was too late. And I think a lot of people relate to that. So I guess it was kind of gave me an opening to be like, damn, maybe I can actually do something that's really fun. So I think that was even better than the money in a way.
Yeah, for sure. Just the
Like
opportunity.
doing something you enjoy. Yeah.
And the thing that I like, I don't know, especially when I talk to, other skin creators and whatnot,
Yeah.
um, just to hear that it's possible for you're doing what you like and you love
Yeah.
Counter Strike and you're making skins for Counter Strike that you like and everything, and they're getting
Yeah.
picked not one, not two, not three, but four of them got picked to be put in the game. Like this company is providing, excuse me,
Yeah.
they're providing like opportunity for the players to get some of the benefit of this game too, like the financial, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's something that no
Exactly.
other, I don't think there's any other game really that does it that isn't a Valve title anyway. And I think that's just really really cool to give back to the people that, you know, make Counter-Strike what
Yeah.
it is, and it's amazing.
Exactly.
And when you tell
I
me a
feel the
story like
same.
that,
Yeah.
you took your family to Florida completely paid for, like
Yeah.
Valve let you do that. And
Exactly.
it's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing. It's a really beautiful thing.
It, it's also a thing like I feel like through the years, I feel like it's a thing no one really talks about. I mean, not workshoppers, but like I mean, workshop on its own has always been like kind of secretive in a way. Like you don't like
It's
people
tucked
on the
away.
outside don't really. Yeah, exactly. People on the outside don't really hear much. But even like when people talk about Valve and Counter Strike, Like there's a lot of people that like cases or this cases that like people can have their own opinion, of course. I never saw a single time someone talk about like the workshop and how like I've heard of people going from like student making maps and workshop to getting hired at like a big studio, like making skins. Now like there's several people I know who make skins for stickers for like making their own game studios. Like it gives people an insane opportunity to basically pursue their like passion and do what they want. And no one ever talks about it. Ever.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy. Yeah.
that's been kind of part of why I want to, do what I'm doing with the podcast and everything, because like it's people like you that have stories to tell that,
Yeah.
I've never heard it, and I think it should be heard, and I don't really know if there's places for
Totally
stuff
agree.
like this to get heard. So I think it's important, the opportunities given by Valve, and I think people should be, listening to that story from the people that got the opportunity and got their
Exactly.
skin submitted and stuff. It's not just, some mystery and you never hear about it. It should be totally heard about because
Yeah.
all part of it's
I
part of the
totally
whole
feel the
thing.
same. Yeah, I think everyone can probably agree. Anyone who has a single item in, like, no matter what it is, like a sticker or a map or a skin, like, I mean, I've always been very grateful to Val. Like, even when it took me 9 years to get like, 3 more, I never like felt like, oh, I deserve more. This is unfair. I was like so happy to just like be where I was. Like, I think making any money, like passive income from home, especially that you made for a game you love, it's like crazy. It was like blowing me away.
Yeah.
So I'm like super grateful to them, honestly.
And you're part
And
of the history of the game 4 times,
yeah,
It's
I
insane.
mean, it makes me feel old. Like sometimes, I'm glad to have the Zeus in at least, but not people will comment on that instead. But I do remember like nowadays, whenever I would play with someone and they knew I made the ivory, they'd be like, "Oh, you made the ivory? Oh, that was my first skin ever when I was 12 years
Oh,
old." And I'm like, "Oh
wow.
man,
That's what it's all
dude,
about.
make me sound like I'm 80."
Oh, that's
But now with the
amazing.
Zeus, at least with the Zeus, I don't have to hear that anymore. But a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, it was my first skin ever. Like it was all I could afford." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, I guess."
So cool, man. So cool. Uh,
Boomer skin.
One thing I wanted to mention too, when the second cycle, sorry, I gotta clear my throat again. I don't know what's happening. I think I've been fighting a cold off or something. I don't know.
It's the American air.
Oh my god, dude, just straight pollution. So one thing I was kind of surprised about with the second cycle of the Armory Pass is it didn't feature charms, and I thought that was really
Yeah.
weird because not long before the second cycle of the Armory Pass coming out, Valve actually released the tools so that people could create charms, like you're creating charms, and Jim,
Yep.
you and Jim Wood are both creating charms, and I think that's weird that they would give you guys the tools and then like a week or
Yeah.
two later go, here's a new Armory Pass, no new charms. Like that was weird to me, but
Ooh,
you've been
yeah.
working with Toxic and my buddy Jim Wood. You guys have been working on some really cool charms, which look excellent.
Thank you.
But tell me a little bit about the creative process with charms. We kind of touched a bit about this in the beginning when we were talking
Oh,
about skins and nobody
yeah.
else really did them. And now it's kind of the same thing
Exactly.
again with charms. So, like, how did you guys approach something so new that was like, you can't really
Yeah.
research it?
About the them not adding into Armory Pass, I have to just address that because I think a lot of people who made sprays probably want to hear this as well. But we're all kind of going crazy because what they let us post sprays, graffitis for the first time, like when CS2 came out in 2023 summer, and I think it's been 2 years now, and they haven't added a single one. So I think, yeah, so everyone's like, "Oh, why would you let us make sprays and then not add a single one for 2 years?" So I think we all like went insane. So hopefully the same doesn't happen with charms, but
Oh my
I
god.
I, I do have a like my own theory is that they're they kind of updated the whole sticker system, like you can rotate them and all that stuff. You can move them wherever you want. So I'm kind of thinking maybe they want to remake the spray system, make it more interesting. But
That'd be cool.
yeah, I hope so. But with charms, I do think they'll add them. I mean, I'm kind of betting on that they'll add them before the summer is over. At least I think maybe they just wanted more time because I mean it goes into my creative process, but like me and Toxic, for example, and Jim, like we just want to make every single charm tie into Counter-Strike in some way. Like it doesn't have to be like super obvious, but just a reference,
Yeah.
basically. Because I mean, if you look at the charms Valve made, I don't think everyone realizes this because not every workshopper even plays Counter-Strike, or is like too knowledgeable about Counter-Strike, but I mean, pretty much every single charm in the game that they made is a Counter-Strike reference. Even the ones that you think, oh, this is random. I mean, they had the Sasquatch, what's it called, Little Squatch. You think, oh, what does this have to do with Counter-Strike? Well, SAS, SAS,
Mm-hmm.
Sasquatch, like it's a SAS agent, Sasquatch. So instantly we were like, okay, we'll only make Counter-Strike references, like
Because Valve will
obvious or
probably
not.
like that.
Just exactly, that's what we're
Mm-hmm.
hoping for. So, I mean, so we also they seem to like puns, like they really like punny humor, you know.
Yeah.
So things like that, like the first one we made was like called Sassy, like a girly sass agent with like pink glasses, basically the hearts. So, but I mean, I will say at first working on charms was really fun. Not saying it's not fun now, but I mean, working on the same shape, you know, for like months it kind of drive you insane a bit, to be honest. But in one way, it's like it's kind of complicated because it's only one shape, right? Like the sausage shape or whatever people call it. Like I always call it like an egg shape. But yeah.
Yeah.
So in one way, it's very easy to make charms because it's tiny, doesn't need a lot of detail. Like it's pretty cartoony. Like definitely doesn't take anywhere close to as long as making a skin, right? So it is quick, but since it's easy to make, it's easy for everyone. So I mean, you really have to do like very creative ideas to stand out. I mean, if you look at the workshop now, like, oh, there's a lot of charms. Like I've seen people coming in from like Team Fortress 2 workshop, Rust workshop, even Dota, like
Oh.
everyone making charms, right? Like so
Okay.
many. But I mean, I don't see a lot of Counter-Strike reference charms. I see a lot of random ones that like are like, I mean, they're cool and good looking, but I mean, I think it's safer to just focus on Counter-Strike. But yeah, so the shape, I mean, we were hoping at first, like, I don't know if you heard about that, but there was like this workshop agreement update that was like Gabe Fowler put out on Twitter, where it, like listed that charms can be an armory and stickers and skins.
I
And
probably have seen it. I don't remember off the
yeah,
top of my head, but I see
so
it
that was
now.
before they added the ability to add charms. So the second I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to think of charm ideas. I was like writing down all these ideas, but I was assuming it would be custom models, not like the
Yeah,
sausage
yeah,
shapes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I had like a list of like 20 ideas for like custom models. Like I'm gonna do like this, like Toxic has this sticker like Tamaguchi, right? Lenticular. So I was like, damn, we gotta do a Tamaguchi CS themed
Mm-hmm.
charm. Like that is a working screen. Like we had all these, and then I was like, oh nope, only sausage shape. But it is fun though to be like limitations is good in a way because it like breeds creativity. I think being locked into like one shape. I mean, if you look at the workshop now, like some people have been really creative. I've seen some people where they make it like the legs are the arms, so it's like the charm is hanging
Yeah,
upside down,
yeah.
like you know, like stuff like that. Like that's pretty clever. Like you have to be really think hard. But yeah, I mean, we basically like look like lately we look around a lot of maps for ideas like you know what can be a reference to a map without being like we don't want to copy something like we did this what do we call it, I don't even remember the name, but the dinosaur from Italy, they have this purple dino next to like the ice cream shop that's like it's like Godzilla basically like
Mm-hmm.
stomping on a city with like ice cream. Is like, oh, that would make a cute charm. Like things like that, just like try and get ideas from maps is a good way. Or
Yeah.
like I think my favorite one we did is the office CEO, the cat, because I
Yeah,
don't
that
think I
one's
don't even think
awesome.
many people know this. Yeah, thank you. But like, yeah, like if you look at Office, there's this poster of a cat. It says like what hang in there or like I hate Mondays. I don't remember even. But like, yeah, just I just like the idea of imagining like, oh, the real CEO of Office is just a cat who hates his job. So yeah, stuff like that. It's really fun. But I mean, you can get burned out quickly if you only work on the charms. I think. But I think like you said, being early when something is new is really important as well.
Oh, big time. Timing is everything.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I really hope to be in the first, like when they add the first workshop charms to Armory. That'd be
Yeah,
really nice.
I'd love to see the lab rat. I would love to have a little
Oh
lab rat
yeah,
charm.
yeah, the lab rat's great. Yeah, yeah. Jim Wood is like really sad that Danger Zone is pretty much dead.
It's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah,
I look at the yellow lab rat and I'm like fuel injector. First thing I think of. I'd be picking one of those
yeah,
up and I'd be picking up a fuel injector again.
yeah. I love the sunglass effect as well. Um, we even joked about it, like Jim and I, that I mean, you can imagine if they did add one of these charms, the Danger Zone charms, what everyone would be like. oh, does this mean Valve is adding back Danger Zone? Why
Oh my
would they add
god.
this if they're not adding back Danger Zone? Like everyone would go crazy, and then
Oh
Valve is
yeah.
probably just thinking, sunglasses, cool, let's add this.
Yeah, for real. Funny
Yeah, so
mustache. Click.
yeah, exactly. That's a funny mustache. Let's add this. They're like, oh wait, what's Danger Zone? But I mean, I do think Danger Zone in Source 2 could be great. Like you could have more players, like way more interesting things. I mean, I kind of hope to get back to it someday. It could use more casual content at the moment, more fun things.
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. I know Danger Zone wasn't a very you know, wasn't played a whole lot and everything, and it was just a small part of the game, I guess. But
Yeah,
come on, man, you've ripped so much shit out of the game, and it like
yeah,
it's gotten so stale, and I don't know, man. It just sucks to see parts of the game. You know, now they're deleting the files. You know, so
yeah.
I don't know if
So I
that's
saw
just
that's a
because
shame.
I don't know if they just can't update the older ones and maybe they need to start from scratch again. I could only keep my fingers crossed and hope, but I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Who
I
knows
hope
with
as
these
well.
guys? Who knows?
I think it would be way better with Source 2, and like you could have way more interesting maps as well. I mean, you could do a lot. But yeah, that's what I want the most in Counter-Strike 2, I think. I mean, I think they're still focused on like polishing everything and like making it like last a long time, but I do think more casual content like fun modes. Like I would love to see like one in the chamber, like that type of stuff, like
Yes,
scouts and
yes.
knives, like more fun modes. That's what I miss. I mean, anything really. I mean, my favorite one when I play 1.6, I don't know if people know, is Death Run. You know, you would like run
Oh
and
yeah,
people on the other side would like activate traps and try and kill you. I would love to see that. That would be so fun in Source 2. You could do like crazy traps.
yeah,
So
big
yeah, I
time.
mean, I do hope. Also, I feel bad for the mappers who made Danger Zone maps, because I
Oh my
imagine
god,
it's more
yeah.
fun to make Danger Zone maps. Yeah, it also takes a lot more time.
What kills me is the fact that mappers get, they get paid less than skin creators. I thought that was always
Yeah,
backwards as hell. Jim Wood was telling me about that, and I was like, that you're making an entire fucking map and you're getting paid
yeah,
less than people that make a single skin. And I'm not downplaying skin creators or anything, but a map is a map and a skin is a skin. Like those are two completely
yeah.
separate ball
I
games.
I totally agree. I feel like, I mean, I'm not sure what other like skin creators and people would think, but like in Team Fortress, I don't know if Jim told, but in Team Fortress, like if you get a map in, you get a cut from
Yes.
the crate,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So you make like way more. So I've always felt like, why don't they just give like a tiny cut from like the most recent case to the
Yeah.
mappers? 'Cause,
Try to even it
I
out a
mean,
little bit. Like
in a way,
Jesus.
they gain more, because I mean, if mappers don't need to have like a full time job or like balance it with like studying, work, and they could make even better maps and
Oh,
get even
fucking
more
right.
maps. So I mean, I feel like it's worth it. I mean, I would be 100% down for mappers to get like an actual cut. I mean, I don't know what it was like when there was operation passes, but I imagine that system was better. You had to buy an operation pass to play the maps.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
yeah, I
mean,
think there needs to be some sort of like actual like. I mean, you could argue that, I mean, the maps do generate revenue in one way by making people launch the game, and maybe when they launch the
absolutely.
game to try a map, they like buy a case or they buy that. So I mean, I think it's more important than, yeah, it seems.
And it's not like them paying the mappers more would they as in Valve. It's not like Valve would, be losing more money paying the mappers and like, oh, we can't afford this. Like, motherfucker, you make $100 million a month. Like you can afford it. Okay.
Yeah,
Pay the
no,
mappers, man.
I totally agree. No, I feel bad for the mappers who like, I mean, put in like what some people put in like 2, 3, some people even put in like 4 years on one map. Like it is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
It's
mean, doing it, I mean, I think if you make a map solo, it's probably okay. But I mean, imagine how many hours that would take to make a map solo. I mean,
I'm pretty sure it was Frostbite had like what 7 people that made it or something. Like that's a big
yeah,
task to make all of that,
exactly.
you know?
It's
It's
kind of crazy.
insane.
Like 7, 8 people making one map for like a year or two, and then you're
Yep.
like one guy making one skin is like,
Yeah, here we
yeah,
go.
it is kind
Seth,
of nuts.
Scratch
Yeah,
Post, T Rexer, Slimmick,
yep,
Clicks, Chief, Squidski, Squink, Hasselhoff, and Quoting are the creators of that map.
yeah,
That's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work.
yeah, exactly.
And it was in the game from December 3rd, 2020 to September 21st, 2021.
Yeah, and I mean, especially if Danger Zone is gone, like all those maps pretty much dead forever. I mean, you can't even play Danger Zone offline, right? Like unless you
No,
go into
no.
CS:GO, I guess.
I could play it on the classic offensive beta.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, I do feel bad for the mappers in a way, like.
yeah, absolutely. So I want to hear what's
But I
next for
mean,
you
yeah.
in your journey through CS. Do you have any more aspirations to continue creating skins? I'm sure you probably do.
Ooh, yeah.
You have any more ideas that you're trying to bring to life right now? What are you working on that you can tell the people listening?
Oh well. I mean, to be honest, I think in theory I probably have like around 30 skins. I'm like balancing in my head that I want to do, and probably like 10, 15 stickers and like 3, 4, 5 more charms. So like I just want to do it all, like have a good spread. But I'm kind of like really like after the Zeus, I'm kind of trying to like I really want to like try my best this year, just like non-stop post for like a whole year, like every type of item there is, like every type of gun.
Okay.
But I mean, I think there's two things. I mean, I can't really go into details on either, but there's one that I would say would be like probably the biggest project in like Counter-Strike Workshop history if it happens.
Oh,
Like I mean, it wouldn't. No one would see it until next year, but it's pretty crazy if it. Like, I hope it really comes to fruition because that would be really crazy. Um, and there is a collection I'm working on with Jim Wood and Toxic that is like a whole themed set, basically stickers, charms, skins, and the arms race map all around the same theme. Because
oh,
I've never seen
wow.
anyone do that before. Like every type of item, like I've seen people do skin collections that are themed, but I've never seen anyone do every single item there is. So I thought that'd be cool.
That would be amazing.
So, but that's gonna take quite a while. But yeah, I guess for now I'm just focused on like stickers and charms because I think that's what next. I mean, I don't think they'll add any skins until like fall probably. But who knows really?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of learned to like never expect anything. Like I feel like the more I like stop thinking about workshop and the more I forget it, that's when you get it accepted, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like that's with anything. If you're just like
Yeah,
hyper thinking about it, you're just like obsessing over it, it's going to feel
yeah.
like, you know,
I feel I'm cursing myself by thinking about it.
like the major, for
Exactly.
example. I'm trying so hard not to think about the major, and boom, now it's like what 50 days away or something like that. Like it's right around the
Exactly.
corner
Yeah,
now. It's easier when
goes
you
way
just let
quicker.
things go a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I kind of think they'll probably add a sticker capsule. I think before June in May, because like every other year they added a sticker capsule in January or February, I think. And this was like the first year they skipped one. So I think they'll probably add one before the major. But charms, I'm hoping they add charms like before the summer ends at least. I mean, right now I think they have plenty to choose from. I mean, they could even do like 2 charm sets in the armory, I think. There's like a lot.
Yeah. And we need team charms
Yeah.
too. We need this for a major.
Oh, yeah,
Come
I
on,
could see them
Valve.
doing that actually. Yeah, yeah.
Be super cool.
That would be pretty clever actually, yeah.
But dude, it's been a pleasure. I was, we've been
Yeah,
talking for
same.
a while now. We've been talking for a long time, and here we
Yeah.
are. Finally got to it, and I'm really happy that we made it work out, and it was really cool learning about
Yeah,
your
it's fun.
story, and you've been around for a long time. You've been over a decade. You've been in this, which is crazy. You've been in here
Yeah.
over 10 years creating skins.
Makes me feel like I'm 40 or something. I started young, luckily.
So for the outro of the podcast, usually I like to have people, I shine the spotlight over to the guests' way, and if there's anything
Yeah.
you want to let the people know about you or stuff that you're working on, or if you want to promote something, now's your time to do it.
Just check out my workshop. I don't know if I have much else. I mean, my Twitter is pretty much just me sharing my workshop or like cat pictures occasionally. But I would say I can't really say what it is, but I mean, I really am excited for this one project. So I feel like I mean, I think people will know when it's done if it happens, but I think keep an eye out for that one. That one will be quite cool. I guess that's about it.
Alrighty, guys, and that will do it for today's episode. It's always an absolute pleasure getting to work with, some of the people that create skins or maps or whatever the case may be for, contributing to Counter-Strike, the game we all are here for, the game we all love and play every single day. It's people like, Quzga and JTP&Z and, you know, Brock Hofer's a legend too. You know, you could sit here all day and name everybody that's made skins, but the point being is that these people contribute to the game that we all know and love. They all contribute to building the game and growing the game, and, you know, I think a lot of these guys don't really get the respect that they deserve, or, you know, people don't really know a whole lot about them. So that's why I'm always super stoked to get anybody that's made maps or people that made skins and have them on the podcast to tell their story that nobody might have ever heard before. People might not know, you know, the story or the inspiration that came behind some of the skins that they've made. And I think it's really important to touch on that, because if it's not for the creator of the skin, you don't have the skin. So I think it's important to highlight that, and I'm very glad that we got another skin creator on today to talk about it. And I don't know why my camera's not out of focus there. There we go. But yeah, so that will be it for today's episode. A little bit of an announcement next Friday, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. Until next time, everybody.